people from plains can use as to how to wisely use the environment.
Okay, you spoke about Article 21, which talks about right to life and all. What is life according to you?
I think it depends upon person to person. This is very abstractive, the meaning.
Can you recall any other GI tags from West Bengal?
Cultural anthropology, linguistic anthropology, physical anthropology.
Do you know that of cultural relativism?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you.
Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us something about yourself.
My name is Riya Limbu and my village name is Baspote, which falls under Darjeeling district. I have done my high schooling from Sonada and then I did my higher secondary from Kalimpong. I did my graduation in microbiology from St. Joseph's College, Darjeeling, after which I did my master's in environmental science from Vishwabharati University, Shantiniketan. And my interests lie in reading books, photography, and watching Japanese anime.
Okay, very good. You photography, do you take photography?
I do photography through cell phone.
Supposing you are in a hill station with your camera, right? And you find a couple over there having a very cute puppy, right? Dog in their lap. Right. You are very keen to have a photograph of that particular scene. Couple sitting over there with a beautiful puppy over there. What would be your, will you take the photograph? Or?
Firstly, I would ask the couple if they would be comfortable in me taking the picture. Then if they are willing to do so, then I'll be taking the picture.
Okay. So supposing if you take the photograph, right? Which particular article of the Constitution you believe will get violated?
Right.
Will get violated. Which particular article of the Constitution of India will get violated if you take the photograph without their permission?
It will be Article 21, right to privacy.
21, right to privacy. Okay. You are talking about right to life, the article 21 that we have, right?
Yes, sir.
Incorporates the right to privacy as well. Okay. Recently, we see that there are some in social media, some podcasts are arranged and shoot, and then some satire, some kind of comedians, they do it, parody and all. Do you believe that this parody and satire, they are part of Article 19(1)(a, or 19(1)(a) does not cover satire and parody?
1918 talks about freedom of speech.
Speech and expression. That is what I mean. Supposing I want to have a parody on certain things, on certain people, okay, or satire, for example, are they part of Article 19(1)(a, or Article 19(1)(a) does not allow them to do so?
As long as it does not go against the integrity or does not touch or does not go against the integrity, I believe it is part of 19(1)(a).
So one can have a parody and satire on anything and everything as long as it is within the scope of Article 19(1)(a). That is what you are saying.
As long as it does not go against or it does not fuel violence or be it in terms of communal violence, or it does not disintegrate the society, I feel like it.
Okay, you spoke about Article 21, which talks about right to life and all. What is life according to you?
Life, according to me, would be to be able to live having all the basic necessities fulfilled, and also living with morals and integrity.
So that you mean to say that in countries like North Korea or in some other, some autocratic leaders were there in the history. So the kind of life the citizen of those countries, the experience they have, all the basic needs are fulfilled, everything they are provided. So that is what life is all about, getting all those basic necessities fulfilled.
I think that is the that would be the primary factor, but also freedom of speech, freedom of expression are also important part.
Okay. Nothing else? What is meaningful life?
Live without having any regrets at the end of the day, personally. And also,
I want to become a gambler. I want to have a life of a gangster. So that is what the meaning that I want to give to my life. So is it meaningful life under Article 21?
I don't think so. It is
So my choice.
because it eventually it not only destroys the person who is involved in it. It also has an adverse effect on the society as a whole, which makes
People who are chain smokers, they are they are damaging their body parts by having this habit of smoking. They are also ruining the society. Right? People get passive smoking, what we call. So they are also not leading a meaningful life.
I think it depends upon person to person. This is very abstractive. The meaning
What take on it? Are they leading a meaningful life or not?
for me, it would be not. It would not be very meaningful. Personally, I wouldn't be following such path because that would not be a meaning for me.
Okay, tell me, Riya, just recently Government of India has started world's first tribal digital university. Are you aware of it?
I'm so sorry, sir. I'm not aware. I'll try to find out about it.
Right. What all things we can learn from the tribal society? The people of the plains, what all things the people of the plains can learn from the tribal society?
There are so many things that we can learn from the tribal communities. One would be they are very much, they have a very close knitted relation when it comes to nature and the environment. And through use of different traditional knowledge, they've been using the resources of environment in a very sustainable way. So I think this is one of the things that people from plains can use as to how to wisely use the environment for sustainable development.
And what about egalitarianism? Is tribal society egalitarian as compared to the society of the plains?
Sorry, sir. Actually, I do not know the meaning of equality.
Equality and all things, gender neutrality and all. Is tribal society gender neutral or gender biased or what?
It I feel like if we see the history, it was really it was male dominant, but over times we can see that that has been they are doing away with such practices through use of education as a very important tool.
Student of anthropology, have you heard the word joking relationship?
I'm sorry, sir. I do not know.
Do you have any idea about COVID?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't.
Yeah, about that. Okay. What have you read in anthropology? What all were there in your syllabus?
It mostly covered the cultures and the diversity, also the tribal communities of our places.
What is cultural absolutism?
I'm sorry, sir. I do not know cultures.
Okay, right. You're a student of Vishwabharati University as well, right? What kind of education Rabindranath Tagore wanted to have in the society? I'm talking about educational system that is wanted to have in the society.
Rabindranath Tagore, who is also known as Gurudev, popularized the education that is open school education, where we get to educate ourselves surrounded by nature, where there are no concrete buildings and all. So this was the primary focus.
Why that particular educational system is not being followed today? Why we have so many buildings, confined rooms, classrooms and all?
I think this is also because we take we signify these concrete buildings and all are also the sign of development, and with the growing needs of the population, I feel as more people are
That he was not a visionary. He didn't have that vision that there'll be a stage where development will take place and all, and we'll have the confined classrooms and all.
I do not mean that, but also it varies upon topography as well. Like the open school education would not be feasible in every scenario. Like for example, places where there.
If you are asked to choose education system of Rabindranath Tagore and Mahatma Gandhi, which one will you follow and why? Do you have any idea?
I do not have a good hold on as to what kind of education Mahatma Gandhi followed. So
Right. What is your service preferences?
my service preference is executive in the first, and then revenue department, and after that food and supplies.
Mm-hmm. Labor supply.
Food and supplies.
Okay. How do you define labor?
It is something that where a person is involved in some work in order to earn their living.
For a living. His or her living. So if a person is not doing anything for his or her living, doing it only out of his or her interest, hobby, I say. So it is not labor.
I think it despite I would like to correct it.
Last question. As a student of anthropology, how will you define food?
Food is something that is very essential for the proper functioning of our body.
Your knowledge of anthropology.
But if we have to look from the anthropology point of view, it is something that brings a community together. So
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Let us concentrating on your optional paper. A very basic question. How many branches are there in anthropology? What you have studied?
there are mainly 4 branches of anthropology,
What is it?
and they are cultural anthropology, linguistic anthropology, physical anthropology, and one is, I'm so sorry, ma'am, I cannot recall the full. Archaeology. Yes, ma'am. Okay, archaeology.
Several times you have used the term, so I have also used the term culture. The term culture was first scientifically defined by which anthropologist?
I do not know about it, but
Okay. Do you know the term cultural relativism?
yes, ma'am.
What is this?
Cultural, it is a concept where we view the cultures of different communities without any biasness or having a superior concept regarding my own culture.
What is opposite to it?
It is the ethnocentrism.
I think sir was asking that question, right, sir?
Yes.
Absolutism. Currently, we are using ethnocentrism. So that is right. Okay, ma'am, please continue.
Yeah. What is your understanding about Indian knowledge system? Do you understand?
Indian knowledge.
Indian knowledge system. Now the term is used very frequently because it is related with indigenous knowledge. That is a part of your optional paper. That is anthropology. Okay. Can you tell what is the relationship between anthropology and civil service? Or other way, if you become a civil servant, how would your optional paper, that is anthropology, can help you?
I think as a civil servant, my knowledge on anthropology will really help me run the administration efficiently, because through anthropology, it has given me bird's eye view on different cultures and tribal communities. And while implementing development projects, I would be taking it considering the that it is culturally inclusive and also does not go or hamper the traditions of them. So this way, it will help me run the administration efficient, I believe.
Okay. Do you think that reservation in Constitution is still very much needed after the 78 years of independence? Reservation is needed? Why?
I feel like still we there are at least certain places there are people who are in need of this reservation. That is why I feel there are who are educationally very backward and also economically. So in order to uplift them, I feel still the reservation is needed.
Okay. Uh, your permanent address shows that police station Lodhama. It falls under which district?
Ma'am, it's Darjeeling district.
Darjeeling district. Okay, I also guess that. The rate of literacy in Darjeeling district?
I do not
Literacy rate?
know the exact percentage, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay. As you have environment, in your master degree, okay, just a very little inquiry. That is, what is in your opinion that development as well as environment do it coexist?
Yes, ma'am, development and environment can definitely coexist. And if we do it in a sustainable way, development can definitely coexist with the environment.
Okay. Hope you have heard the word human rights movements. There are several human rights movement that is associated with environmental movements also. Okay. What is your opinion? Can environmental movements be coined with human rights movements? Do you know any kind of environmental movements that is or that was present in our country?
Yes, ma'am. Name one that I recall is the Bishnoi movement, which was also an environmental movement initiated by the Bishnoi communities of Rajasthan. And another one would be the Chipko movement, the famous, which took place in the state of Kerala against the implementation of hydroelectric projects. So these are the environmental, right?
So can we consider it with the human rights movements also?
I think there is a relation between the environmental movements and the human rights because these are very interconnected. Humans predominantly dominates the environmental sector, and it is also in our hand as to how we use it. Also keeping in mind its sustenance. So I feel it is related in a way.
Recently, one Indian state has been declared from extreme poverty. Which state? Just recently, it was declared free from extreme poverty. Today is a very special day for all the Indians and especially for Dronas. India is going to play against
South Africa,
the name of our captain.
Harmanpreet Kaur.
So Riya, how many attempts have you given before this one?
This is my second attempt.
And first interview.
Yes, sir.
Uh, can you name 5 GI tags? You know what is GI tags?
Geographical English.
5 GI tag products from North Bengal.
The one that I recall is the Darjeeling tea,
Okay.
which was given the GI tag in 2002. I'm sorry, sir.
What you recall? And everyone can recall that. What differentiates you?
Do bind-ups.
Okay, definitely you should. Can you recall any other GI tags from West Bengal? Recently we got 7 new GI tags. Have you heard about it?
I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. Are you aware with the various government schemes, state government schemes, West Bengal? Okay. Which schemes will help in generating employment in West Bengal? Can you name few government schemes?
There is one scheme that I can recall, that is Utkarsh Banga. This was implemented by the government of West Bengal in order to give the skill training programs and also generate employment for the youths.
Okay, for upliftment of unpoverished class, that also includes old people, poor people, and minorities. Any particular scheme?
For the unpoverished class, it would be the Krishak Bandhu scheme as well, which is mainly focused on the farmers who are given sum of 10,000 rupees into installments, and also death benefit of 2 lakh.
Okay, any infrastructure related schemes?
There is one similar scheme as of central, the Gram Pradhan Mantri Gram, like Pradhan Mantri Gram Awas Yojana. There is one similar scheme which provides.
Need to rename and rebrand this schemes. Central government is having its own Arogya Yojana. The state government has given a name of Sastha Sathi. Then central government has this PM Awas Yojana. We have this other name. Then there is Swachh Bharat. We have Nirmal Bangla. What is the name for rebranding and repackaging the same thing?
I think I may not be sure, but I feel like it is also because in order to make the people at the grassroots level be familiar, so that is why it is also devised in the local language as well.
Okay, any other reason? That is the only reason that comes to mind. Grassroots level too, so that they can be more familiar. They may not understand Swachh Bharat, that is similar in Bengali, so they need to understand as Nirmal Bangla. Okay. Do you find any particular government scheme which you may find that there should be more reform, or that particular scheme should have more changes, that is not performing on par with other schemes? Do you find any particular government scheme?
As of now, I do not recall.
Not recall. So what problems you see in North Bengal that you, if you become an administrator, you are going to solve in future problems?
I think the major problems the North Bengal is facing is the lack of proper infrastructure for
The infrastructure should be
employment generation.
infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure we are talking about for employment generation? Like infrastructure like hospital, roadway.
Infrastructures like road connectivity and hospital facilities.
There should be build more roads. There are already 3 roads connecting Darjeeling, right? Where if what 3 or 4 roads, I think 4 roads. What other 5, 6 roads you propose? From where should we connect?
I feel like personally, I come from village area, so yeah, still in the remote places there are no proper road connectivity, because of which people up there have difficulty getting access to education and healthcare. So I feel like we have to not just the road connectivity is not just the town centric. In my opinion, we have to go deeper into the villages, and we have to try to reach people of those community.
That is one problem. So what are
Second would be the unemployment problem, because our place is mostly
particular in North Bengal or hilly regions, or it's a general problem overall in Bengal?
it is a general problem.
So that everyone wants to solve it. Why it is still a huge issue? Why we are not all these capable administrators and bureaucrats are not able to do anything?
I think they all are doing their level best, but still, with the implementation of more people-centric policies and all, we can do away with the problem.
How would you, what approach would you suggest one should do different from others?
Like if I have to talk about North Bengal, we can also promote ecotourism and also promote the local handicrafts from where they can generate the economy.
What is the concept of Vishwa Bangla? Vishwa Bangla, you have heard? It's a brand. And what is the need for this brand?
I'm sorry, sir.
Vishwa Bangla.
No, sir.
Okay, this is a new for you.
I look into it, sir.
Okay. And are you aware of any government initiative where you just said that they will try to be more inclusive in to take along the local population and encourage the handicraft, the cottage industries, the MSME, the self-help groups? The government is doing it. Are you aware of any particular scheme where they are doing it? They are branding it, packaging it, and selling it online. Sundarban honey is there, the North Bengal art and crafts are there, clothing, stitching, everything is being sold already in online websites.
I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. Can you name 5 subdivisions from South Bengal?
South.
South Bengal.
I do not know, sir.
Should South Bengal become a separate state?
I don't think so. There's a need for it to become a separate.
So why is that people of South Bengal do not take interest in North Bengal and North Bengal people do not take interest in South Bengal? Why is this ignorance?
I think one of the prior reason would also be because of the language barrier. Because mostly people of North Bengal are Nepali speaking community, whereas the South Bengal majorly inhabits Bengali speaking community. And because of this as well, I feel one of the reason why.
So what should be people? What should people do? Should they continue like this because people talk different languages, or should they take interest in each other's
I
country?
feel like taking interest actively and sharing.
What have you done to take interest in the culture of South Bengal?
Personally, I have friends who come from Bengali community as well. So I constantly tell them that I want to learn Bengali language. So I try to communicate. I start.
Learning Bengali is a different thing. What have you learned from your South Bengali friends other than language? Is not a like.
Yes, one thing that I've learned from them is how they are very much rooted or culturally rooted and so much grounded. This is also one thing that I noticed in while my stay in Vishwa Bharati. So after coming back home, it also made me realize that one should be aware of our grounds. This was one thing that really.
So about West Bengal geography, are you well aware of it? Well read. Can you name 5 rivers from Sundarban district?
One would be Hooghly.
What?
Hooghly.
Okay, Hooghly.
And I do not recall the other names.
Okay, Riya, that will be all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Imagine you're into civil services. You get a boss who is very, very nice, always helpful in nature. He, teaches you also some of the things which you are not aware of in services. He helps you in whatever way he could. Whenever you go to him with a problem, he tries to help you out. Once, when you were invited by him in his chamber, and he says that you are such a good photographer. Yeah, you bring some of the photography of yours that you clicked tomorrow. What will you do?
Yes, sir. I will definitely show him the pictures that I've taken.
That's a part of your duty list.
Not as a
You'll give.
not as a part of a duty, but through the till the time as I've been working with him, I believe I have formed a sense of comradeship or a friendship kind of relationship where I would be. I can show him the pictures that I've taken. So I feel I can show him the pictures, and also the pictures that I take mostly shows the life and the community of my city.
Photographs during your office hours.
No, sir, I will not show him during the office hours.
Office hours.
During lunch break or whenever he is free, feel like I'll show it.
Okay. Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Yeah. Have you read the conflict resolution in anthropology?
I'm sorry, sir, ma'am. I don't.
Conflict resolution? No.
See, there's a question where ma'am asked whether reservation system is needed or not. See, your answer was okay. You said that it is needed. But being a civil servant, you have to give that answer with some introspection. Are you getting my point? You might be knowing that this reservation system is basically being misused by some of the people. The people, the targeted groups, the people who actually need the benefits of the reservation system, they are not getting it. Some other people who are already privileged, they're getting this particular system. So you can say that yes, it is needed in general, but yes, it should go to the needy and actually deprived sections of the society. So we can have some creamy layer, some kind of, concepts wherein we can stop the people from misusing or getting the advantage of this reservation system by hijacking the loopholes of the system and all. That is what is happening basically. The people who actually need it, they are not getting the benefits. Those who have already got it over the years, generation of the generation, they are, exploiting the reservation system because they know the system better, how to cash on those loopholes. So you can have a better answer for this. Simply saying it is needed, it's not. Or you can say it another way by using the, concept of what B.R. Ambedkar said. See, on political fronts, we have got the equality. We are all equal. We have got one vote, one value for that vote. But on social and economic fronts, there are inequalities. So as long as social and economic inequalities will exist in the society, you have to have reservation system. You just remove these inequalities, social and political and this economic, then there's no need of any reservation system. But as long as they're there, you need it. So that way the answer can be articulated. Environment and development, again, another question which you could have answered in a better way. GI tags, most of the questions that Sir asked, you could not tackle them properly because of lack of knowledge. And you see, you were giving an impression that you belong to only South Bengal, not West Bengal, because you belong to only North Bengal, not the South Bengal or West Bengal. You had absolutely no idea about the South Bengal, and you said that I have some friends from Vishwavarti, this and that. Whatever you're saying, you have to, prove that. So, sir asked you the next question that you believe that the South Bengal and North Bengal should be separated, this and that. There also you could not give a proper answer. So, I'll tell you what. When you talk about separation, there will be certain factors which should be kept in mind. One of the factors would be whether the aspirations of the people exist for the separation or not, which is missing over there. Right? They do not want separation. The second one is the economic viability. And that is the primary reason why Gorkhaland is not getting that separate status. Because if you are at the end financially dependent on state government's exchequer, state government grants and central government grants, and you do not have any revenue generating capacity of your state, then there's no point in getting those kind of separations, right? So economic, viability or resource generating capacity, people's aspirations, administrative ease, another aspect of having independent states and all. So these are the parameters on the basis of which one can say that yes, we can have a separate state or not. Otherwise, it's not viable administratively or economically, right? Overall, your answers are good, pretty good. And the last question that I asked, don't tell them that I'll show him the photographs. You need to have that courage to say no. Why that person would be interested in your photographs?
No, I mean not my photograph.
I mean, you click photographs of something else. That's not in the digital list. Is it there? Will you be accountable for not giving those photographs or showing those photographs to him? Have that independence and courage to say boldly that I won't. Very politely, of course. Right. You're not supposed to entertain this kind of rubbish requests. I deliberately asked that whether you can have you can take a stand or not, right? That's not in the detail list.
Because practically this has happened with me while I working in the income tax that I didn't show, sir. So I'm under DCIT, sir, and he is also very much interested in photography. So I work on my laptop. So and this situation had already been revealed, and I had shown him the pictures of my face.
I know that happens, but you are not supposed to say all this thing over there. Right? I did not have any idea that you also experienced the same thing which I.
It was the same thing.
But you say very politely, no, sir, I won't be able to show you those photographs. That's it. Because that's the initial point of further advancement, which will ultimately may lead to sexual harassment at workplace. You're giving that person a leverage. So, not that, right? Very good. You're going to get through. Right? Do you have any question?
Sir, actually, this time I did not show that my employment bill because I feel like I'm really new to this, and this income tax also has a very.
You are currently working. You should definitely show that you are working in your work experience will give you a privilege, because from my personal experience, the first interview I gave in 2018, at that time I was not working. The second interview I got in UCO Bank as assistant manager, and that thing definitely gave me a benefit, because in the mind of the panel members, this honorable panel members, they will think that at least he or she has secured a job. So he or she is capable enough, okay, academically inclined, and that reflects in a good way in your what is called profile or resume. So you should definitely give your work experience. That is my opinion.
Did you show it there while filling up the forms that you were working?
That time I was not employed because this form was of.
They do not have that piece of information, right? So will you get the NOC while before joining the new assignments once you get into the civil services?
You have to get NOC, right?
Will it be needed?
NOC is needed. Otherwise, how will you get released if you get selected in WBCS?
No, I think you are in a central government job. You may not be needed in state government.
But still, I think NOC is still needed.
It won't be needed because in central government and state government, if you are from central government to central government, state government to state government, it will be definitely needed. And that too, if you have already given this information. Otherwise, you have to simply tender your resignation. That won't be a technical resignation, normal resignation, and it'll join. Because once you get the technical resignation and all the seniorities and other benefits, you'll get. Otherwise, you won't get it. So that's the case, right? Okay.
So what should I do? I mean,
No, I think what sir said, that is good, because you see, you show it, because that would be will be inviting them to ask you some questions for which you can prepare. So let's say, what is tax, what is income tax, some areas which you can prepare. One, and second point is that you will give them this kind of an image that I'm already a successful candidate, and that too in a central government job. So I'm not a novice, a completely new kind of a person, not a fresher. Somebody selected me. So that means they got saw certain things in me. So that would be a good thing if you show them. No harm in showing, telling them that I'm already working. I know. And that will be a very good thing also, that you are already in job, and that then also you are studying and going into civil services. There's a logical hierarchy. You should show it, right? Thank you.
and so I had one question because I learned that you also had anthropology as a subject. In my case, I from our teachers, from our mentors. So in my case, what happened is it was very abrupt. I was not prepared for them.
That is evident from your answer.
So I had just gone through the PYPs of anthropology, so I do not have the core knowledge.
Applied anthropology question is very common. Ma'am was asking the application of anthropology. That is a concept given by Soltex. Applied anthropology, the how bureaucrats can apply the knowledge of. So these are the very, even in PYQs, these are coming again and again. So these are the things you should be aware, because anthropology, they are not going to go in very in-depth questions. They may, the questions which have been asked in previous 2 years, I'm telling you, just prepare this physical anthropology very well. Okay, the particular panel member, he's the same panel member. He's same in last 2 years. I think in this year also he'll be the same, and his pattern of questions are very predictable. Prepare this difference between brachycephalic, dolichocephalic, and all this. What is nasal index, cranial? What is the cranial spatiocranial index, and what is the difference and all that? What is the classification, mongoloids, australoids? What is the basis of classification? These are these are very favorite questions of that particular panel members. So go through with these questions. Other than that, you do not have much time. When is your interview? When is your PT date?
Oh, 3rd December.
3rd December, you have time. But don't just dwell in studying anthropology. There are other spaces where you can give more time, invest more time, that is current affairs. I have written in feedback. You can read these particular topics which you are lacking currently. And other than that, be more organic. Currently, you are being little bit mechanical. You are sounding very mechanical. You are, the way you are answering, little bit like robot like. So be more human like, so that creates an emotional connect between you and the panel members. When the rapport develops, then definitely you have a leverage over others. You mean what I say? I'm trying to say that this leverage is important. Okay, when you when you successfully establish a rapport or connection, emotional connect, definitely they will be a little bit biased in giving you good marks. So be more be organic when you are saying the flow. And the hand you are keeping, it is very rigid. They will definitely know that like you are coming from a particular set of mock interviews. They have strictly instructed you to keep the hands like very steady and rigid. Don't be a little bit of, you can like this and this little bit is stay a little bit relaxed. That is what I'm saying. Just relax a little bit. Okay, that will be all.
Thank you.